Bring that joy. Bring that joy.
In one word, describe the game's hangout.
Vibrant. Everyone's kind of getting along, playing games.
I would be underestimating if I gave it any less than a 10, right? I've met some fantastic people here today, so it's a 10.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, especially this drink from Court of Cards. Yes, the best drink ever, passion fruit.
I had a lot of fun, honestly. I feel I've been in touch with my inner child, which is something I should do more.
Such a different atmosphere altogether. I don't think I have ever been to such an event earlier.
What's your impression of Builders Tribe so far?
Builders Tribe just screams community. It's just for the people.
The way you've managed and organized this event, I'm really impressed because it's something that we haven't done before and we were lacking as a community.
It's a nice community. I love how you came up with the idea to network with a lot of people. Networking, chilling, hanging out, playing cards. I love it. Drinks, especially. I love my drinks.
Community. Coming together. I've met 6 new people today, which is really good. And I'm going to take those meetings further. I'm going to just through games.
It is getting interesting, and I think after today's conversation that I had around the table, there's some interesting subject and plan and project coming up.
This tech community is different in terms of the way networking is being happening. There are these young minds behind it, so we get to learn a lot with these guys.
I've been looking for a community such as this for quite some time.
It's a lovely community actually and diverse. I love that I met some people who work with as mentors in the community, and it's also fun to see some university students joining, so there's a really diverse, let's say, background of people joining all in all.
Hello, everybody that's joining us live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, so today is our January edition of TechForward Talks, and it's a very exciting topic. We're talking about, drumroll, scaling with intelligence, how, practical tips for AI adoption in startups. And we have the amazing Nour AlJabali joining us today. You get to meet her soon, but before that happens, let me tell you a little bit about Builders Tribe. All right, so Builders Tribe is buzzing, I'll say the best tech community in the GCC and Africa. And what we do is essentially bring people together on all sides of the startup spectrum and ecosystem. So from founders to investors to talent to enthusiasts to ecosystem enablers, everyone is welcome at Builders Tribe. Great. So TechForward Talks is something we do every month. So it's a monthly webinar series that picks one topic that can either help founders, investors, or the tech professionals, and then we get an expert to talk about it. So today is one of such sessions. All right. So now I'll be bringing up our darling Nour to the stage. Welcome, Nour.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, so we're very excited to have you today. I know we have lots of people joining from different places. We have Eniola joining in from Nigeria. So everybody else, please tell us, where are you joining in from? So what part of the world, what part of the continent are you at? Do let us know. We'll bring Nour right back. I think there's a little challenge with her connection. Let me see what's happening. Okay, so while we're waiting for Nour to reconnect, yes, so please tell us where you're joining in from. We have some all from Portugal, and we have Doing from Canada. Great, amazing. Okay, I think Nour is back. So before I bring Nour back in, I would say don't forget to hit the subscribe button and do like this video, share the link. If there's anyone you think should be here that isn't, please share the link so people can join live. All right, welcome back, Nour.
Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with my connections. I'm sorry about that. I'm supposed on 5G. Sorry, this is gonna be the fastest kind of connection, but I don't know what's happening with my connection. I'm sorry about it.
It's okay. So can someone that's watching live confirm if they can see Nour moving? Please confirm. We have Lekon from Nigeria. Please confirm, is Nour's video good? Is it frozen? Please let me know so we know how to take it from there. Okay, everybody can see her moving. Okay, so maybe it's something from my end then. Hi, Nour.
Hi again. I'm glad that people can see me. I'm not really frozen for them. Thank you for confirmation, guys.
Okay, thank you. Oh, they say you're frozen now. That's glitching. Okay, I think it's glitching. Let's see how we can fix that. So while we're trying to figure out what's happening, please tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments what you're expecting to learn today with our lovely topic around scaling with intelligence. Yeah, so practical tips for AI adoption in startups. What's one thing you're hoping to take away today? Okay, I think it's fine. Please, can someone confirm if you can see Nour right now? Hi, Nour, can you say something?
Yes, please confirm if it's my images is not glitching or anything. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with my network today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I think we're getting confirmation in the comments. I think it's okay now, although I cannot, you're still completely frozen on my end.
Oh my God. Very convenient.
Okay, can someone confirm for me right now, please?
Actually, I can, your image
what?
As well. Yeah, your images keep it glitching. Is it?
My image is also glitching, so that means it's definitely a connection problem. Okay, maybe can everyone hear Nour?
Can you hear me? Just a test.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. I can hear you clearly. I don't have any problem hearing you, but your image keep frozen or glitching from my end.
Okay, can everyone see and hear me? Okay. Please give me 1 minute to quickly see what's happening. Okay, this looks
Hi.
good. Hi. Yeah, I think we're good now.
Perfect. Can you see me clearly now? Is everything is perfect from your end? Perfect.
Everything's good. Everything is good.
Excellent.
All right, great. So sorry, everyone, for the connection challenges. I guess that happens from time to time. So we'll just jump right into it. So tell us, Nour, tell us, we always do something here at the TechForward Talks. What we always ask one question, and that is, what's the one most adventurous thing that you have done?
The most and recent adventurous things I've done is skydiving. And I just done it in Australia just before I moved to Doha. And the reason behind it is I start develop fears of like high places um, and that's how I found it limit my ability and put so much limitation for myself. And then I said like, no, I'm not gonna agree with that. So let's jump over the coastal in Wollongong in Australia. And yeah, I love it. I just encourage everyone want to do it. It's not as scary as it's feel like.
Okay, that's really cool. I personally hope to skydive one day soon.
Yeah, I
Yes.
encourage you. You will love it. The only advice I can give it to you is go with a friend. Don't go alone. Don't go solo. Go with a friend. Definitely will multiply the experience and the adrenaline for sure.
All right, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. So now we're going to move right into the business of the day. So, but before we do that, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your work at 88 Smart Chain.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of about myself. I have a engineer background in electrical and telecommunication engineer, and finished data science and artificial intelligence. Have a wide experience in as a data scientist in sustainability back in Australia, and I have a supply chain experience from data science experience as well. Our perspective, data science perspective. And I love digging and connecting the data and how data can actually finding an interesting answer in any field. That's about a little bit about of myself in a work-wise. In 88 Smart Chain, I'm the founder and CEO. After finding the interesting data behind all the operations in different kind of operations and how it's work and how it's supporting the operation and optimize the operation. So we are having the 88 Smart Chain startups here in Doha for around like 8 months now. So what we do, it's like an operational designing architect for demand-based businesses. We help them to understand and connect their expertise with the data, and then design for them intelligent and data-driven workflow that inspired or been developed from the forecasting, and that helped them to be always ahead with their operations and optimizing the operation all the time, in a day-to-day or in the any challenging time.
All right, thanks for sharing. Yeah, so I do have something from the 88 Smart Chain team that I would like to play. But before I do that, yeah, we're going to share it much later, like after we've asked some questions. But I would like to remind the audience that you can start preparing your questions. So if you came with any questions that you would like to ask Nour, please put them in the comments, because we're going to take 1 or 2 or maybe 3, depending on how much time we have. And so please make sure that your time for the comments does not pass you by. All right, so we're going to go right into the comments that I have, the questions rather that I have for Nour.
I'm ready for it.
Great. Okay. Yeah, so the first question that I have is, what AI tool can a startup deploy in 48 hours to save 5 hours of manual work weekly?
Excellent questions. Okay, so when we are talking about deploying in 48 hours to save hour of manual works, we're actually talking about automation AI. So when we're talking about the automation AI, it's just like replacing the work that's it's already in there. We are doing it every day, every week. That is taking time of just repeating over and over and again. So when we are talking about that, there's lots of useful AI for that, something like chatbots or the marketing emails that we're using with AI. But there is any single AI tool that fit all the businesses? Absolutely not. So once we are understanding what our workflow for the business and the startups that we repeated over and over again every day for every single customers, then we can decide which the best AI for us, and we are easily can deploy it in less than 48 hours. And not only saving time, also saving around 20 to 30% of the cost we are spending on operation, and helping startups grow faster by 3 times. If that's an answer, do you think that's an answer for your question?
Yes, I think that answers enough. Thank you. All right, and we're going to move on to the next question. I'll say that's a really great answer, because lots of startups spend time doing things, repetitive stuff, and like you mentioned, they need to be automated. Now
Yes,
we're going to move on.
definitely. And in that point, I need to mention there is difference between the automation and AI tools and intelligent AI tool solutions. And here is where is like, if we understand that, it's gonna make us make a decision easier.
Okay, great. And now we'll move on to the next question. Let me pull that up quickly. Okay, so how can founders prove an AI feature actually solves a real pain point before writing any code?
This is very beautiful questions. So, and in the question is saying how we can see the AI feature solve the real pain point, which is like we have always to say, what is the real pain point that we are facing every day, and then we match it with the AI feature, because that's as easy as that to find the AI. It's everywhere now. So when we are saying the real pain point they're facing, that what is make them like spending more time or money and put them in a crisis if they didn't take the decision as fast as possible. So once they identify the real pain point, then they can use the feature, and then they have to make sure they have enough data for that for the feature, the AI feature they want to use it. How fast is responding for their the pain point? Other than that, if it's not answering those kind of questions, it's gonna be only a noise and extra code in their their long code they are using for their startups.
All right, that's a really great answer, and yeah, I think all startups founders should definitely implement this. So now we've done 2 questions from my list. This is a quick reminder to everybody that is watching live to make sure that you prepare your questions. If there are any questions you have, either from the things that Nour is saying or that you prepared before you came in, please put it in the comments. Okay, so we have our next question that says, what are the priority milestones for an AI zero startup in their first 3 months?
I think this is very important for any startups, right? And I would love to answer, like, I give every like a question an hour of answering. It's very important, but this one, it's very important. We have to understand AI set on top of knowledge and using data to give us to give us a solution or to give us anything. If we don't understand our workflow in the startups, we don't understand how clean our data it is. If we don't own and do our thing without using, like, the business and the work without using any AI tools, we're not understanding what are we doing. So understanding the workflow, understanding the data source, and how we gonna manipulate the data to get to the answers. We cannot apply AI. It's just like another tool. We have it, that we pay for it, and it's not really as useful as we want it. So it's very important to understand the workflow and data we have it before applying AI. So it's very important to have it the first 3 months.
Okay, so you say, like, so the first thing is, sorry, I need to switch that. Okay, so the first thing is that the startups have to first understand exactly what they need in the first 3 months, so they don't basically waste money paying for tools that would not be useful for them. So how do they identify these tools, like which one they should use over this other one, what part of their process, so essentially, like, give us a little more detail into, like, what should be priority as they are going through this process.
Absolutely. So the priority first thing, as we mentioned in the question before, it's solving a real pain they are facing. So, and we identify and we said like how we identify the real pain they are gonna face it, right? So we starting from that. But as I mentioned in the earlier is AI setting on knowledge before even having the real pain. We have to know how is what is this is startups working for, what is kind of our customer knows our data, understand that even before spending any penny on AI features or paying for any subscription or SaaS subscriptions. We have to understand from where we're getting our data, because if we don't have clean data and we don't understand how the flow of the data from entering our business to or the startups or how we use it. So if you have a client that using like a date with a like American style, and your date in your on your startups is using UK standards, is like you're gonna find a problem and you won't understand it until you actually try to use it by yourself and manipulate it and analyzing the data that you're using. And again, it's about the knowledge that you have it. And this is people what they are missing all the time. They are like, no, yeah, we have an AI and it's an AI, and it's like, no, AI is, you have to build it on top of knowledge. If you have a knowledge enough, you can build the AI on top of that. Without it, it's a code in there, and it's like you're not understanding the feature. You cannot utilize that kind of AI that you have. So if you have anything, you have a dashboard that analyzing that data coming from sales. You have e-commerce. Then if you don't use to know understanding your client, how they are buying, what they are buying, and then you're reading the analyzing on the dashboard without understanding actually what your customer is doing, it's going to be useless. So I hope that I answer your question.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you very much for that perspective. You cannot essentially build a house without a foundation, and the foundation is the data that the startup already has. So we're moving on to our next question now. We're now going into like the meat of the matter. Now it's getting quite technical. So the next question is, how do builders design architecture to switch providers easily if cost rise or performance drops?
Amazing. So once we are, and again, this is all the questions that are connected, right? Because this is the foundation. We are here talking about the foundation of data science and artificial intelligence. So once you are in control of your data and you're understanding, you're using the third party to make your life easier. So for example, you understand you are using the chatbot, right? As your third party to help you with the customer service, right? So if you're understanding what is the typical question you always using, and you are saving that kind of database in your database, not only relying on the third party, and you're keeping a document of what is happening on during the using the third party provider, you can easily switching from provider to another. However, sometimes we have to compromise on the cost. So sometimes like we trust this kind of provider. We trust this company that's creating the chatbot we are using at the moment. As a chatbot is like an example. We are trusting them. We are very accurate. They are secure. So even if they are raising their prices, they are giving us extra feature in return. They're giving us extra peace of mind, extra clarity, extra visibility. So we have to manage it not only as a service by itself, but is it like the other feature is completing the package. And while in that is like that actually generating the trust for our customer and creating more sales for us. So even if it's they rise their prices, we're still comfortable and we still trust them because they're providing other information for us. Otherwise, we have the full control on our data. We don't only just rely on the third party without having backup for ourselves. And this way, we are happy with. We are very happy with the third party provider or the cloud we're using or whatever we are using. We are in control.
Okay, so essentially the thesis is don't just drop the provider because their costs got expensive, especially if they're providing you with the services that you need or new features, and because of their policies and how they handle things, it gives you peace of mind. So yeah, so
Absolutely.
Not always cost first, performance first.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
And since they are generating more money, more profit for you, and is like switching to cheaper is not gonna keep the consistent that you're providing, the quality that you're providing for your customers. I see there's no compromise in here. It's just like, no, I'm not gonna, the quality come first. But different services, different provider, this is depending on what we are dealing with.
Okay, thanks for the added perspective. I'd like to remind the audience once again, now is a good time to put in your questions. So I'm going to ask the next question and then I'm going to play that video clip I talked about earlier. So please stay tuned. Okay, the next question is quite great actually. Okay, so when is prompt engineering or RAG sufficient, and when are you actually supposed to fine tune?
Yeah, it's like data scientists need to jump in and saying, if you don't need me, you don't need me. Don't hire me. And this is like only for the startups founders, right? And we're always talking about like cost and how we can be managing our cost and smart and all of that. So as long as the prompt engineering that can handle the load of work, and we don't see where there is no rising of any problem that we're facing. There's no need to go more than that. You're sufficient with their work, their workload. They're doing it on time. Everything is working smoothly. That one. The other one is, if you are planning to increase your features, or you are increasing, or you are adding extra department to your company, then you want to starting experiment with a different a prompt, so you can put the older one that you're happy with the work. You can put it on automation, and then, or you put it on fine tuning. Then you put the prompt engineering in the new steps. So again, if you don't need it and you're happy with what you have at the moment, just don't go bigger or smarter. Your engineering is doing the best. So sometimes it's not everyone happy with my answer, but yeah, it's like you not always have to go with the shiniest, biggest, smartest things to be smarter. No, sometimes if it's enough, it's enough.
Okay. So sometimes there's no need for you to do any fine tuning. What you have is enough. All right. So we're going to be playing the next video to show you a little bit about what 88 Smart Chain does.
In the beginning, I saw data as numbers, spreadsheets, dashboards, percentages. It was all about measuring performance, predicting demand, and tracking results. Until one winter week in Australia changed how I saw it all. Our coffee sales suddenly spiked across several locations. Everyone thought it was because of a marketing campaign. But when I visited one of the restaurants, I realized something simple. It wasn't a campaign at all. It was just cold weather. People wanted warmth, not discounts. That's when I understood. Data isn't just numbers. It's a reflection of human behavior. Every click, every order, every choice tells a story. From that moment, I stopped treating data as statistics and started seeing it as insight, as people in motion. Today at 88 Smart Chain, that belief drives everything we do. We use data not just to analyze markets, but to understand what truly moves people. Because when you start seeing people behind the numbers, data stops being information and becomes transformation.
Okay, that was quite an interesting video.
Yeah.
So that's actually quite cool what 88 Smart Chain does. I think it's really, really amazing, to be able to create that, kind of great work and like actually translate data into meaningful insights and information. So because we're running out of time, we're only going to do 2 more questions and essentially take questions from the audience. I think we have about 2 or 3 questions. So same recommendations to everybody watching. Please put your questions in the audience so I can pick and arrange it so you can get answers live. Okay. This one is a little technical once again.
Yeah.
Okay, so what technical or UI tricks prevent long AI processing times from frustrating users?
Okay, so if we're gonna go technical, is as simple as make everything smooth and clear and accessible for your user. If we're gonna go with the user experience tracks, is be transparent with your customers. Customers doesn't always want like a time to get everything fast, but they wanted to be always acknowledged and feel the transparency from their provider more than just like happening very fast. So if things gonna need a week, just tell them a week. They're not gonna be frustrated because you finish it earlier. But if you promise them in 3 days and took a week, this is gonna make them frustrated. So that's the fastest question. I like the answer. I can't give it to you because of the time, but this is the tricks we always follow.
Okay, thanks for that answer. So not every time you can do much to prevent the AI processing times. So make sure to communicate with your users if anything is happening. All right, great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Try and pick what question should come on next.
I am telling you, this kind of like topic needs hours of conversations and like examples, and top it up with examples so we can get our heads around because there is a lot of hype around AI, right? And it's like not lots of information in there. and me trying to give you the best answer for everyone. And the startups is variance. It's like in a short period. I'm sorry, everyone, if I'm not answering the questions that the way you wanted, but it's a wide and very important topic to have the basics. So I'm really trying to give the basic information, but please reach out for me after or during or now if you have any, like if you want more clarity on anything.
Okay. There you have it. You've received the open book. So please reach out to Nour after now on LinkedIn. I'm going to share all these details once we're done today. But let's take one more question from the list, and then we'll get into like the audience questions. Okay. So this one has to do with the data scientists again.
Absolutely.
So how can startups monitor model drift and accuracy without a dedicated data scientist?
Perfect. And I will try to keep it short so we are having more questions. Is as simple as if you're not facing any real problem with your system, so there is no need to have another opinion. So and the accuracy is actually high. There is no complaining from your team that we are not able to complete that, or that we are facing any trouble or delaying the or the client is not raising any issue. That most likely it's not, there's no other, like there's no problem, and there's no need for data scientists to jump in and see what is happening or to see how to improve things. So as simple as everything, and we don't start from, as even data scientists, we don't to diagnose any problem or the accuracies issues. We don't start from the dashboard. When we start from feedback from the user of the system.
Okay, that's great.
And that's very similar with the video that you played just like minutes ago. It's we didn't know that the increasing in sales because of like the weather thing, because it's like a remote area, and there's more projects open in that area until we visited and we see the end user. Data is very useful, but if we don't have enough data, we don't have enough data. So that's the easiest and straightforward kind of way to find out the accuracy. You're on mute.
So I was saying
it's kind of a very interesting kind of talk, right? We face multiple of, let's say, ice breaking to the word, and it's interesting.
Yeah. All right, so we have a question from someone in the audience. Don't know. It says, what's your? Let me make that. Okay. It says, what's your advice for a beginner in data science? Is it welcome to start off using AI to learn data science at the beginner level? And how do you prompt it to give accurate results? Which AI tool?
Okay, which AI tool? So for us to understand the AI tool or prompt or all of that, we have to start from dig deeper in the data, understanding the data, and always when we are starting with the beginner for data scientist, first you have to understand, you have to have knowledge in any area. We have to understand, you have to, for example, supply chain, you have to understand supply chain to be to understand the data in supply chain and how the connection between those kind of data, and data science coming before AI. Okay, if you understand the basics, you can build on AI, but that's that's the advice I'm giving to you. Understanding the data science away from AI, and then build it on top. Build the AI knowledge on top of that. Prompt that to give accuracy result depends. Is like the accuracy result is, what do you mean accuracy results? But the only thing I see it in all projects we worked and about the accuracy results, it's each and all data and signals. It's important, all factors. We don't eliminate any kind of factors in any equation. But a prompt with a data scientist is like, you mean like AI. Which AI tool? There's plenty. You can start with the ChatGPT and ask it how to become what's the first step to become data scientist, and it's gonna give you data to play with it and try to connect it and try to play with it. And yeah, it's a bit of lots of questions in one question. I hope I answer your question, and if not, please reach out to me after the talk.
Okay, lots of enthusiastic questions. Thanks for that answer. I love the simple, just pick tool and just start. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I think that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have one founder-centric question from Joe. And this question says, what advice would you give founders in emerging ecosystems who feel pressure to do AI to stay competitive?
Emerging ecosystem to feel the pressure to do AI to stay competitive. It's like I have lots of thoughts about using AI and saying we are AI, understanding what is AI first of all, right? If you are a founder of some for a startups, right? You are using lots of data. You're taking data from clients. You're taking data from the country. It's like depending on what kind of founders you are. That data, if you keep doing it manually without using kind of type of automation, then like you are using AI to generate a decision and help you making a decision faster and faster, that's gonna make it harder for you to scale your business. It's gonna be very hard for you to be aligned with your competitor, not aligned with your competitor, but aligned with your client needs. So always improving, it's very important, and do AI when it's just like needed and when you have need for it. Yes, absolutely go for it, but not just like do AI just for the pressure of doing AI.
Don't do AI just for the pressure of doing AI. So right here, Joe has 3 questions. All right, so we've taken one. I don't know, do you want us to take another question before we wrap up today?
I'm happy with all the questions you want to give it to me.
Okay, because I try to keep it
inspiring any founder, and with this AI hype, is like, look at the question that we answered. There's like pressure we have to do AI. We need to understand, take a step back and look at what we have before doing any AI and the pressure of AI.
Okay, so then let's take one more for the founders here today and the founders that would also watch later. So what are the biggest mistakes you see that founders make when integrating AI into their product or operations?
The biggest mistake is they are not familiar enough with their workflow. They're not familiar enough with the path their data is coming in and coming out. So they don't really understand the raw data. So it's just like if we pretend that AI is like a robot, and you're not drawing, and you're not we're saying a robot in your house, like the vacuum. If you're not really giving any real instructions, and you're not familiar with your own house, what is the direction of the house or the neighbor houses, whatever house that it is cleaning the robot, if you're not aware, and let's exclude that it has a camera and is going to scan, and give it instructions without you knowing actually how is the house looking, the house of floor, plant floor is looking like, and then give it an instruction without actually knowing that, it's gonna just entering and crash to the wall straight away. So this is what they are always facing. They are not making their hands dirty with the data. They are not knowing what is the data that's entering and from where and how it's look like, how clean it is. And that's another important one, is like they don't considering cleaning the data, or considering to have enough data before using any AI. It's like we always saying, with the AI, garbage in, garbage out. When we're not understanding the workflow, we're gonna end up in the dead end. So that's the most common mistakes that I see it.
Okay, thank you so much today for your time and sharing all these great nuggets with everyone that has joined us live and all the people that would watch later. So do you have any final thing to say? Maybe there's something you would like to talk about that wasn't really asked in the question, or you want to say a little more about how people can work with 88 Smart Chain after now. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you. So what actually we are doing with 88 Smart Chain is customize the workflow that we are, the workflow for businesses, especially the demand one, how to match their expertise as experts in their field, and match it with the data that being collected for a very long time, and then match it with a country they are in, to optimize their operation and make them up to date and as fast as a provider in the area, and that all of it from understanding the forecast and knowing how is like the future gonna look like them. And we help so many founders to draw that workflow, not only huge companies. And yeah, that's how we do it in 88 Smart Chain, along with the supply chain management. We do it for restaurants. We're doing for like even oil and gas, automotive. That's how we are working in 88 Smart Chain at the moment.
Okay, thanks for telling us. I think once I did a module on supply chain, I was like, wow, I'm mind blown. Like, this is actually so interesting and has so many intricacies that I just don't know about. And yeah, so it's really great that we have experts like you to be able to help and guide all the startups that are innovating and need some help in that area. So thank you so much to everyone that joined us live. Thank you to everyone that stayed with us till the end. Thank you, Nour, for coming in to do this with us. And yeah, so until next time, remember to like, to follow, subscribe, follow Builders Tribe on all socials everywhere. Let me take note of now. All right, so follow Builders Tribe on all socials. You can visit our website at builderstribe.xyz to learn more. And if you're already here, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel? I don't know where the button is, but you can actually subscribe now. So connect with Nour on LinkedIn at Nour AlJabali. You can send her a LinkedIn connection request, tell her you're on this, and you would like to ask her some questions if you have any. So yes, I see all the claps and all the cheers. Yeah, thank you to everyone for actually showing up today. You can also connect with Nour on Instagram at nour.aljabali.88sc. Don't forget, it looks a little long. You can pause, you can come back, watch the replay, pause at this point and get this so you can actually connect with Nour. So they're doing really great work at 88 Smart Chain, and yes, that's where we end today. So it's been a great time, and I'll see you next time if I'm hosting. But yeah, see you on next Tech Forward Talks by Builders Tribe in February. Stay jiggy.